To the few people watching this for the first time and do know who I am, hi, I'm Editor-nim. And to most of you watching this video for the first time and have no idea who I am, hi, I'm Editor-nim. If you know anything about the world of K-pop, you might know that in 2019 this random, totally underground guy named Editor-nim created this little thing called Dive Studios with his brothers Eddie and Brian. Their first show was the K-pop Kpop show with Editor-nim, which to this day has the most amazing intro jingle ever.
With Editor-nim. Ooh.
Anyway, I, being a fan of K-pop, tried listening and quickly became a fan of the show.
Oh, I like it!
I thought it was a really refreshing take on the boundless vacuum that K-pop can be sometimes, and Eric's personality was one of the few things that helped me get through a really, really tough point in my life. Some people probably thought that his rambles were a waste of precious time, like, just give me the dang K-pop! But for me, they were a breath of fresh, funny air that I just really needed at the time. So, thanks, Eric. Eventually, I became so much of a fan that I was like, hey, what if I worked for Dive Studios? I like editing videos, so maybe if I start editing their videos, I could be best friends with Editor-nim, I'll become a K-pop star, and I'll be the 8th member of BTS. This may or may not be me paraphrasing. But there just so happened to be a job opening, so with a little bit of resume-scented elbow grease, I ended up applying as a video editing intern.
Wow!
I know, right? Here's how the application process went. Alright, so what experience do you have editing videos? I, like making funny videos with, memes. I use Premiere. You're hired. And so, in June of 2020, I started my internship at Dive Studios. Coincidentally, the first set of highlights that they asked me to edit were the ones from episode 60, which was Young K's episode. They told me, hey, there's this guy named Young K who's going to be on next week's episode. Do you know him by any chance? To which I responded, oh yeah, Young K, I think I've heard of him. But in my head, I was like,
he's a musician, singer, songwriter, and rapper who's best known as a bass vocalist and rapper. South Korean band Day 6 and was born in December 1979.
Yikes.
yes, that Young K. The one and only Young K. So I shut myself in my room, thinking back to all the glorious moments in Day 6's meme history, and edited it until I think like 1 or 2 a.m. Edited it. Once I finished, I pretty much had nothing left in the tank, so I sent it over for it to be posted the following Monday morning, and that was pretty much it. I patted myself on the back, went to bed, and moved on with the rest of my life. And then seriously, what the heck happened? I look on YouTube and the highlights are just getting way more views than usual, and all the comments are like, give the person who edits these videos a raise because the crackhead vibes are immaculate. We stand the video editor! Listen, at this point, if the editor team of Dive Studios didn't get or big shit like level or bigger, then I'm gonna do Revolution, because I don't get why not they doing meme god's job out there. Seriously nonsense. Please stop. I'm gonna choke on my soggy noodles. But the comments just kept coming and coming and coming. Every week was more, give the editor a raise and stand the editor. And, of course, more joking.
Seriously, why?
And when I edited How Did I Get Here's highlights starting with Alexa's debut as a co-host, things got even more crazy. So, because of all the attention that I've seemed to gather over the past year, I thought that this video, along with being an introduction to my channel, would be a way for me to answer some of your deepest, most burning questions about me. Lego. Did I run a secret K-pop stan or crack channel in the past? Surprisingly no. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't draw tons of inspiration from K-pop crack channels, since I knew that that's what viewers of the talk show probably loved and would probably be used to seeing. So, to channels like Cookies and Cream, Felix Chu, I Got 7 in Spirits, and every other K-pop crack channel out there that makes these incredible videos, thank you for your service, and for helping me make some of my edits. So I actually wasn't the person who came up with this name, it was one of you guys. This may be wrong, and if it is, I am totally, terribly sorry. But the earliest comment that I could find with the word Editor-nim in it is this one. Whoever left this comment, thanks. And if I got it wrong, I am so sorry. But also, thank you. But regardless of who said it first, the name Editor-nim spread like crazy. Like, I saw it literally in every highlight video's comment section, and so I decided to just make it a thing, you know. I also put the name into some of my edits from time to time in hopes of making the memes feel like they were a conversation, if that makes sense. So that it felt as if there was someone on the other side of the screen who understood all the memes and the iconic moments and the chaos and all the good stuff, you know. And it seemed like you guys really liked it. So it was you guys who helped create this name of mine. So again, thank you. Okay, so let's get one thing clear. If you can't already tell from my voice, I'm unfortunately not Byron, although I many times entertained the idea that I was. I used some clips from his past videos as edit material, but I guess some of you guys may have misinterpreted it as if I was actually him. You guys ended up making all these theories about whether Byron was working for Dive and saying that you guys couldn't be convinced that it wasn't him. So, to be 1000% clear, I am not Byron. However, I will take this opportunity to say, Byron, if you're watching this, you have no idea who I am, but I am a huge fan of your work. Going back to the question, I am definitely not Eric. So then, who am I? Sorry, but at the moment, I'm comfortable just being known as a guy who edits videos about stuff. Who knows, maybe I'll make a 1 billion subscriber face reveal special, or who knows, maybe like 263, or I don't know. But when the time comes and I do feel like revealing my face, trust me, you guys will definitely be the first to know. You sure you're okay with marrying me? At this point, I'm just a bodiless voice coming from your phone or computer speakers. There's not really anything redeeming about that. Besides, I don't want to take you from your ult. Unless it's Ichan. Then we got a problem. So, in my opinion, I think that the best fandom name would probably be Subscriber. No. But in all seriousness, I want this relationship to be less like one between a K-pop idol and a fan. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just personal preference. And more like a friend and his, her, their friendly neighborhood YouTuber. And I think that a fandom name would honestly prevent us from accomplishing that. After all, I am not a K-pop idol, again. I'm just a guy who likes making videos about stuff. And that'll be the last question that I answer for now. I'm sure there's way more questions you may have for me, but I want to get on the actual point of this video, which is to introduce my channel. And don't worry, there'll be plenty more opportunities in the future for us to get to know each other. So when I was an editor for Dive Studios, my main goal was to make a sort of K-pop cinematic universe with my edits, if you will. I did my best to incorporate edits that catered to fans of different groups and multi-stands to bring them together into this one collective space. Let them enjoy the memes together with Eric's K-pop Daebak show. Marinate and okay, no, marinate is a terrible word for that. Let's just stick with enjoy. A wise man once told me that K-pop isn't just BTS or just Twice or any one single group. It's the community of fans from each and every group. So I wanted to reflect that with my edits. And now that I'm on my own. On his own? Guys, he got fired by Dive Studios, 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 he got fired by Dive Studios! Before you YouTube comment warriors basically go ahead and make a fanfic script for a while if Dive Studios video, I'd like to clarify that my time at Dive Studios ended on mutually great terms. The Dive team's awesome, like there's some absolutely amazing people on that team, so go shower them with more love because they put in an insane amount of work every single week. I still love Dive Studios and they still love me. Hopefully. Like I was saying before I so rudely interrupted myself, now that I'm on my own, I plan on continuing to expand this K-pop cinematic universe while also adding some personality to it. So in other words, I'm going from a disembodied entity on the internet who makes memes to a disembodied voice on the internet who makes memes. With this channel, I want to make videos on a bunch of topics that I feel would be really interesting and fun to talk about, and not just things about K-pop. Yes, I know that everybody wants their daily dose of K-pop, but I want to try talking about other things too. Don't worry, you'll still get your delicious chef's kiss K-pop memes here and there. I love making them, and you guys really seem to love watching them, so be on the lookout for those. Anyway, I want to tell all sorts of stories about my life, And so if that tickles any of your fancy, then I'd be more than happy if you decide to join the ride. As of now, I don't really know when my next video is gonna be, but I know for sure that once I do start, I'll try, keyword try, and post at least twice a month so that I can keep the YouTube algorithm as happy as possible while also not being crushed by the weight of my own ambition, if you know what I mean. Keep in mind that this is also like the first time I've ever done this kind of thing, so please bear with me while I take the time to figure all of this stuff out. And that's a wrap. To everyone who's watched my edits on Dive Studios, thank you so much. Like I said before, editing is a ton of work, so your guys' comments gave me the push that I needed to get through some weeks, to be honest. I'm excited for everything that's to come, and I hope you guys will stick with me long enough to see all of it happen. Until then, stay healthy and stay safe. See ya. Cancel him! Cancel him! Ah! Oh my god.